I'm giving myself 90 days to break my patterns, build real strength, and fully show up for myself. Going into this, I had no idea what weights I would be at or how I would feel. Prior to this, I was honestly on and off with lifting throughout the summer. I had 2 solid weeks and then a whole week off for a step challenge I recently did. And then this was the first week after that. So not gonna lie, everything ended up being pretty light, but feeling pretty heavy. I also always question the line between trying my hardest and going overboard to the point where I'm sore for multiple days, especially coming back from a break. Or it's like, does that line even exist? I don't know, I'm figuring that out. Let's officially have my first meal prepped meal. I have a bunch of these breakfast sandwiches all ready for later on in the freezer. I just reheated it. This feels so official to me. I'm meal prepped. Like I'm meal prepped. That's the real deal. I've never done that before. But you know what? You gotta try new things. It's my tried and true bagels. Of course it's good. 23-ish grams of protein. I'm really happy I did the sheet pan eggs, but I want to put more meat in it next time. It's just very, very egg heavy, which makes sense, but now I know. I've honestly been so productive today, just grinding away, getting work done and whatnot, but it is time for lunch. It's late, it's 2:30. I did a protein coffee this morning and I just simply have not been hungry, but I've been at it, okay? I think I've just been motivated. I'm excited, like it's a new week, we're doing this challenge. I'm just feeling very good, okay? But it is time to eat. This is one of the little like lunchbox type things I put together. I do have to heat up the chicken sausage, so I'm gonna throw that in the microwave and then try it. This is the flavor that I have not tried. But you know what's amazing about it? It's already cut up and I don't have to decide what to eat. No decision fatigue, just things ready for me. I didn't even eat chicken sausage until this year, which is kind of crazy because it's just so easy and convenient and a good protein source. Not bad. And I dip it in cottage cheese because like it's already flavored, it just works. And we literally have 35 grams of protein here and then blueberries and carrots for some micronutrients. I'm sitting here editing and not gonna lie, I want chocolate so bad. Like the sweet tooth is real and I've been giving into it so bad the past few weeks, or past week maybe. But so I need to kind of like reset my sweet tooth craving because I truly believe the more sugar I have, the more I crave it. So I'm like trying to fight through the first few days of like having less sugar and then I'll want it less and that's great. So I'm at like a good place and I need like a little break in my day. So I think I'm gonna go to the cardio lounge and get some steps in, distract myself, do a little phone work and give myself a break, and steps are always great. I've had about 115 grams of protein today, which is great. My meals have kept me so full, and it makes me, you know what, I'm not a huge snacker, I'm a huge sweet tooth person, but sometimes I do enjoy a snack. And I've definitely had zero desire or even thought about that all day. I've been like so motivated, so busy, yet so full and like nourished and satisfied, which is great. However, let me tell you. So I am finishing up another challenge right now. I've really been wanting to do a like step goal challenge for a while. And so for the past week plus, I've been walking 20,000 steps every single day. And let me tell you, it's hard. It surprised me how it was going, but I'm almost done with the challenge, but I'm feeling so like, I'm honestly crabby. I was so motivated earlier today, which I told you, but I'm honestly crabby because my lower back is hurting from being on my feet so much. My actual feet hurt, my shins, my calves are all tight. I'm also just tired and I feel like depleted and I have a headache. And I actually got 7 hours of sleep last night, which is amazing because it is part of this challenge. In the past like week before that, I was barely breaking 6.5, which obviously we're working on, right? I already started the first part of this challenge. Great. Let me even show you. I have the receipts. I didn't say it was quality sleep, but 7 hours and 15 minutes has been better than previous. And we're going for progress, right? We're not going for perfect, we're going for progress. But I just gotta be real with you. I'm like a crabby. I've not filmed much today because I've been walking so much. It's literally so time consuming. And this challenge is almost over and I'll be so much happier because I'll have more energy in my body and more energy for you. I am just gonna dive all in. I just am so excited to pour my thoughts, my feelings, my struggles, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, into this challenge and really give it my all. And I've been doing great, right? Like keeping up with all of my rules today. I'm just saying right now, it's almost 8 o'clock and I'm just like, someone catch me, like I'm like, So I'm at, I think almost 19,000 right now, thank goodness. And then I'm gonna hop in the shower and get ready for bed. To be totally transparent, that's where we're at right now. But the end is near. And it just so happens that these two things overlapped. But that's okay, it's life. Dunk-a-lonk, good boy. I'm gonna make 2 drinks. First, a liquid IV. This is Arctic Raspberry. I just got this flavor in and I love it. I've never tried it before. I've had it a few times now though. And like I said, I've just been feeling depleted. So I think some extra electrolytes might help. I did have my electrolyte and creatine drink earlier today. I do electrolytes and creatine every day. Creatine is so good for you, not only for your muscles, but your brain and literally recovery. And I always need help recovering, honestly. Oh, it's so good, I just wanna chug it. And then also some tea. I love doing peppermint tea. It feels so nice on my stomach. And it'll get me to drink more water, honestly. So good with hydration. I've been good on my water. I'll be definitely past my ounce goal. I also think, oh, I have magnesium. Oh my gosh, okay, I've been taking magnesium only for like 2 or 3 days. But the trick is you have to get the right kind. This is magnesium glycinate. And I've tried magnesium in the past, but I didn't have glycinate. I had a different kind and I'm like, bro, why does everyone say take magnesium? It does nothing. And it's because you have to get the right kind. There are so many different strands of magnesium. Glycinate is the one that helps you calm down before bedtime and get to sleep. So I'm gonna stay consistent with this. Like I said, I've only done it like 3 days and see how I feel about it. Because I've been having trouble sleeping lately and I don't want to take melatonin every night. I just don't. However, why I originally started this thought, I literally always, I'm like, I start talking and then I lose the plot. And I just have to find it along the way. Like, you know, like that one Michael Scott quote. But peppermint tea, not only is it good for your stomach, but I do think it helps kind of like kill the sweet tooth craving. Not fully, but I think it helps. I do think it helps. Cause like something minty is like, I don't know, it's almost like, oh, now I wanna brush my teeth. I don't wanna like eat sweets. To my tea, I'm also gonna add some ginger, turmeric powder. I don't have turmeric like in another form, but I'm assuming this still works. And then I read a comment saying pepper kind of activates the turmeric. I weighed myself later in the day yesterday because I forgot to in the morning and I just weighed myself now and I'm down 4 pounds. Obviously I didn't like lose weight. This is just to tell you like your weight's gonna fluctuate throughout the day and 4 pounds I feel like is a lot for a fluctuation. Also I woke up this morning. I have been really liking, like last week I've been getting up with Duncan at like 6:30 and staying up because he wakes me up to feed him then. He's literally my alarm clock. And I love being up in the morning. I have been like waking up, giving an hour to myself, like focusing for the day, like having almost like a little morning meeting with myself and I've been really liking it. But today I woke up with such a headache. I took him out and I was like thinking about it. I'm like, okay, do I stay awake? Do I try to sleep? I don't know. I decided to sleep because I'm like, you know what? I'm doing a lot right now. I need to recover in order to show up, right? And not just show up, but like give it my all. So I went back to bed. I think I fell asleep for like another half an hour, which when I initially woke up, I did surpass 7 hours of sleep, which is amazing because that doesn't always happen. But I slept for another like 30, 45 minutes. I hit 8 hours, which is cool, but I still woke up with a headache. Like I've just had such a lingering headache for the past like 3 to 4 days. And I just really want to get rid of it because I'm still doing what I need to do, but not as well and as like feel good as it could if I didn't have this stupid headache. So that's where I'm at. I did a lot of water yesterday. I had 2 different liquid IVs because I'm like, I don't know, maybe I just need some more electrolytes, sodium or whatever, but having protein coffee right now. We'll get ready for the gym soon. Also, I've been wanting to make this bathroom cuter, so I added these like green towels over the white one, an extra little plant in here, and then look at this. Is that not the cutest thing? Oh my gosh. Of course I have one in the master bathroom too. Lifting has been a bit discouraging because I do think back last year there was a point where I was lifting so much heavier than where I'm at right now. I mean, that's because I haven't kept up with progressive overload, and if I actually want growth, I have to do progressive overloading, which means you lift however much you can, whatever, and then you're able to lift more and then lift more over time, and your muscles will grow, you get stronger. And so I'm trying to really figure that out right now, where I'm at and where I can go, but it's definitely been a little discouraging if I think about the numbers too much. So I'm trying not to think about the number I'm lifting, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as it's challenging for you. You got to figure out like what is the right level of challenging for you. And it's something that I can overthink, and I'm trying not to spiral about it, but that's where I'm at. My second meal prepped option for breakfast is a yogurt bowl. This has, I think, roughly 25 grams of protein. It's got great micronutrients in it, which I am excited about. I think my breakfasts typically are the lowest amount of protein, but that's where the protein coffee has been helping me out, because lunch and dinner for sure is over 30 grams. And you know, my afternoon latte, I literally get 6 grams in it because I use high protein milk. So it's just kind of all about like, I don't know, being aware of these things and balance and having the options where you can, but this is gonna be great. And my second meal prepped option for lunch is the tuna salad. I know some people hate tuna, but I don't. And honestly, can't even lie, it's great for the macros. 19 grams in the tuna. I put a hard-boiled egg on top, so we have 6 in that. And then I cannot remember how much cottage cheese I have. I'm pretty sure this is over 30 at the end of it. I'm gonna add a little bit of croutons to make it a little more fun. I feel like this is something that I could go super overboard on, and it could like sneakily add in so many freaking calories. So just keeping my eye on these, not overdoing it. And here we have a beautiful, honestly not beautiful at all. Actually, it's kind of quite ugly. Tuna salad is not cute, but a good lunch. Something that I think really helps me feel my best physically and mentally, or just kind of like adds to it, is actually getting dressed, actually putting myself together. And I don't have a full face of makeup on or anything, but just a little bit. And then making my freaking bed. I can't be someone that like jumps out of bed and makes it right away, which I know that's part of like the psychology of it, is making your bed first thing in the morning. It's like, oh, you woke up and you accomplished something right away, because I get up, but then there's still someone sleeping in my bed for several hours. So I can't make it immediately, but still adding that into my morning routine when I can, whether it's before the gym, after the gym, etc. I think this part and this part actually really helps. Like, it makes me want to journal, it makes me want to plan, it makes me want to get organized and just stay on track and actually be productive. I just love it. And again, this challenge is about my fitness journey, but it's deeper than that. It's mentally, and I just want to stay on track. I want to be productive. I don't want to be doom scrolling, and I've been really good. It's only day 2, but I've been good. Literally every time I finish a meal, well, not always breakfast, because then I'm looking forward to coffee, but like lunch, dinner, of course, I'm like, where are my sweets at? You know, at the second I'm done eating, I'm like, okay, let's sweeten it up a bit, you know? But unfortunately, I'm trying to break that habit, unfortunately. I would love to just like have a big bite of a chocolate bar right now, right? But I remembered I didn't have any creatine or electrolytes today. So I want something sweet. I'm gonna have Liquid IV. This is not even the type of sweet I want, but it's something. And you gotta make changes, you gotta make sacrifices, you gotta sometimes just do things that you don't necessarily want to do. But whatever. I mean, there's still sugar in Liquid IV. Like, it's not like it's like the best thing in the world, right? But I like it. It's hydration. It's good. So we'll add this. This is the watermelon flavor. Scoop of creatine. Like I said, I do creatine every day. These are really the only supplements I do. I mean, a protein powder, right? If you count that. But like in terms of something more like vitamin. And then actually, you know what? I got these. They're unflavored, like electrolyte drops. I'm gonna add this in. I had a headache this morning, like I mentioned. It's not really present right now, which is great, but I really want to work on keeping up the hydration. Ideally, I want to be having like 2 water bottles, and I'm already almost done with 1, so that's great. But anyways, these are hydration drops. It's unflavored, it's electrolytes, and it says trace minerals. I haven't tried them yet, but I've been meaning to, so I'm just gonna add a little bit in here. It's nice that it's unflavored, so you can add it to anything. But I do like having the Liquid IV as like the flavor base, especially because the creatine is also unflavored. And like if I were to just have water, creatine, and not drops, it would have a subtle flavor, you know what I mean? Like unflavored, sometimes there's a subtle flavor. Like creatine kind of reminds me of like chlorine. Just tastes like Liquid IV. You can't taste the other things in it, which is great. So this will be my little afternoon sweet treat. Also, like I said, the less sugar you have, the less sugar you crave, which is so true. And if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. It's hard in the beginning to start eating less sugar, but once you're eating less sugar, you don't want it. Like, it's crazy. You can literally change your taste buds. I mentioned my step challenge yesterday, right? I'm on my last day. Thank goodness. I'm honestly so excited to put my thoughts in that video and for you to watch it because it just went different than I expected. And that's always fun to discover, I guess. Well, honestly, in this case, no, because I was hoping for whatever. I won't get into it. But anyways, I am going to head to the treadmill and get some more steps in. If I don't do it now, I'm going to be cramming by the end of the night. And I know better than that. I'm definitely getting sore from hitting legs yesterday, which is all right. You know, that happens. I didn't lift it all last week because I was so step heavy that I was like, I physically cannot balance both. These 2 days, today and yesterday, are the only days that I have to do both. But oh boy, let's take a break from desk sitting and go get some steps in. Although it is crazy, like on a normal day, this would be great. It's 3 o'clock and I already have 9,000 steps in. Like that would be great. I'd be on track to get 12 to 15. And that I think is an awesome daily goal. But 20, boy, oh boy. You know, it really is so cool that you can change your body and you can change how you feel if you want. Like you can do that. You have the option. You can put things in it that nourish it, that fuel it, that make it feel good. And you can do things with it physically. Like, it's cool. You got one body. Why not optimize it? I think a key to making like healthy food more exciting, because a lot of times it can be viewed as boring, which it doesn't have to be, but a lot of times it can just be viewed that way, right? It's just to have an immense variety of things, flavors, textures, items, whatever. I don't think I'm gonna get bored of eating this all week because there's just so much going on that it's like so entertaining. I have a salad base of a bunch of chicken for protein, and then I have vegetables, beans, olives, like there's just a lot going on. There's corn, there's peppers, there's avocado for healthy fats, just a lot of good stuff. Cilantro, there's like vinegar and spices, and it's just work on making your meals healthy but entertaining and satisfying. It makes you satisfied. Blueberries for my post dinner sweet treat. He can eat them, don't worry. Honestly, it's hitting. Yeah, good boy, good boy. So Tuesday night, I messed up, and I'm obviously gonna tell you about it. I was just like battling such mental demons. I don't know, and maybe it's a part of the transition phase, like trying to actually get it together. I don't know, but I was having such a sugar craving, such a chocolate craving, like sweet tooth. I just was going nuts, and I was like trying to put it off, trying to think of like ways that I could ignore it, this and that, whatever. And also keep in mind, we don't have like any normal sweets in the house, and the only form of like chocolate or like anything relative to what I was wanting that we had was chocolate syrup, and so I ate some of it. After I did that, immediately stomach was not feeling good. Immediately I was like, why? I just really had like a moment of weakness, and this may not be a big deal to you, but like it is a big deal to me because I'm trying to get out of this. I was disappointed in myself because part of this is that I want to break bad habits. I want to break old habits. I don't want to give in every single time I want something like this. Like I don't need it every single time. And of course, normally a treat now and then is fine, whenever. I was planning on doing that later this week, but I simply right then and there did not need it. It was not intentional. I want to be eating intentional. I want everything I eat to kind of have purpose, whether it's a celebration and it's a slice of cake, that's fine. But like this had no meaning behind it. It was just not worth it. And I was just thinking like I should be stronger than that. It's only day 2. And so the transition right now is so hard because the beginning is always the hardest part, I swear. But yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. It's about 6:45. Let's make coffee. Duncan wakes me up about 6:30. Taking him out to go potty in the morning before I feed him like just really wakes me up because it's like I go out in the hallway, all the lights are on. I go in the elevator, I go in the lobby, all the lights are on. I get back and feed him and I have no choice but just like be so awake. But I love mornings. I feel like 6:30 is like a good wake up time for me as long as I go to bed on time. Also, I really like this flavor. I think it's one of my new favorites. I really do think people have different body clocks. Some people get like motivated in the morning. Some people have their moment in the night. It really depends. And for me, I really have always been a morning person. But so, one of my favorite times of day is morning coffee. And I feel like when I start drinking it, I get in the zone. I get so many thoughts. I get a burst of creativity. I get motivation. And so lately, I've been taking like the first hour of the day. I sit on my couch with my computer. I'm either like planning out my day, checking in with myself, or working on a YouTube video. I'm just like doing things like that. He's literally so spoiled. Like he wants to go under the blankets. But so we sit together and I kind of have like a little morning check-in, little morning meeting with myself. And I've been really liking starting the day that way. It's not typically editing because that's very much like mindless for me, but more planning, reflecting, getting myself on track. My weight has gone down each day so far. Not that that's like, wow, I'm like doing everything perfectly, you know, because it's like, it's literally day 3 and your body fluctuates so much. For context, my weight is in the high category for my height and other metrics. My metabolic age is very high. Like there are things I need to work on. My body fat percentage is high. The highest category is like very high, just for context. Like I do have work to do. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I look okay. But then I'm like, I'm still in the high categories. I really should be trying to kind of lose some fat. It's healthy for me to lower my body fat. And I am weighing myself every single day that I'm at home. There are times throughout these videos that I won't be at home. And that's okay if I don't weigh myself for a few days. Cause like this is 90 days long. So like 2 weeks of no scale is fine. I'm not addicted to the scale. I'm not addicted to the numbers. I would say I have a healthy relationship with this stuff because I don't really think like the overall number of pounds tells too much about you. I know it's a work in progress anyway. So like I'm not someone who steps on the scale and it determines how I feel for the rest of the day. But I do like having the actual like body composition analytics. That's super, super cool. I'll link this scale. I have a discount code and it'll be really fun to share my progress. Hoping I can really decrease that body fat. I love this set. It is cardio and core day today. Putting on some sunscreen. So I think I want to start today with a nice long walk with Duncan. So since I'm not waking up and getting ready to go lift this morning, I wanted to drive somewhere that I like to walk. I walk in like my neighborhood all the time, but to be honest, like it's not the best walking area. And we took Duncan to walk in like the Mueller neighborhood the other day. We have friends who live here and they really like it here. There's just such nice walking areas. And so I was like, you know what? On cardio day, it'd be great to wake up and take Duncan over here and just have like a nice, good morning walk. We're in more of the grass. There's like water, not that I'm gonna let him in the water, but like there's water, there's birds, there's like ducks, there's things to entertain him. And I just think it would be a nicer walking environment than just like me leaving my apartment and like walking around that area. We're gonna make it a good start to the day. He's probably dying right now because we're next to the water. I do feel bad. It's like such a tease. There are so many bird, duck, goose things. I literally don't even know what they are, but I am shocked that he's not running after them. He like does not care about them at all. Maybe it's just because it's a newer environment, but sometimes when we're walking around our neighborhood, if he sees a bird, he'll run after it. Not always, but sometimes. But I feel like because there's so many here, he's just like, I'm just one with the nature. He's just so good here. I don't know. Ready? Go get it. You love being off leash. Good boy. Good job. Good job. Look at that tail. Go get it. Come. Good job. Good boy. Are you tired? You're doing so well. Dunks, this amazes me. That was like actually perfect. Nice long walk area, great off leash time. Hi! Every time I do something with him, I'm like, oh, his training really did so much. And it's perfect too because you don't have to pay for parking till 10 a.m. And like, I came here at like 8 something, it's like 9. I got some activity, he got some activity. And I love the location where I live, don't get me wrong. I live pretty close to downtown, but this area just has a lot more greenery. Obviously, I mean, this whole thing is like a park, right? And so that's what I mean by like, I like walking here a lot. I've been talking talking about new routines. I want to try new things out. I do love morning movement, and although I don't like wake up at the crack of dawn and like go work out right away and like go like pump some iron right away, I really like this for cardio day. I think this is awesome and I want to keep it up. Also, obviously it gets hot, so I want to come before it gets too hot. I was wondering how the drive here would be because, you know, like people are driving to work, but the drive wasn't bad. Lots of street parking too. He's so happy. Oh, I'm in such a good mood. I'm hungry. I'm excited to go home and eat meal prep. Sometimes I forget how much I actually do love fruit until I buy it and then I eat it and I'm like, dang, this is good. Like these blueberries, maybe it's just this container specifically, but they're so good. And blueberries specifically have a lot of like antioxidants and they're really good for you. And so I think it's gonna be like my go-to fruit to buy. I don't know if they're in season or maybe if that's why they're so good. April through October, that's a long time, but this is like my perfect breakfast. I am just in such a good mood. Obviously, I've had a great start to the morning, but I also think when you're consistently fueling yourself properly and like treating yourself well, it's gonna come out in like your feelings, your mental health, your energy, like just all of it, you know? I'm also very much thankful every day that I get to wake up and do what I love to do, but that hasn't changed. That's not new for me. I'm just blessed all the time. Done. I think I'm gonna go get my cardio done with for the day. Like I said, it's cardio and core. I think something I want to do in these videos is I feel like me and probably most other people were so used to like, I guess this goes for if you post yourself online at all, whether you like do YouTube, but also if you just like take a picture of yourself and like post it to your personal Instagram, whatever. Like, of course you're always trying to make yourself look the best. You're both flattering angles, this and that. I'm gonna try to not go out of my way to like do that. Of course I'm gonna try to look good in my thumbnails, but like I just mean in my videos, like I'm gonna film at all different angles and try to like not care if you can see a roll or something like that, you know? And then also, as I'm making progress, because I will be making progress physically and mentally, you'll just notice it, because I'm just gonna be living my daily life and you're gonna be like, wow, Morgan, you look snatched. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, no way, you know? I just want to try to not go out of my way to like try to make myself come across as perfect, because I'm not, and I know that, and I don't even try to be. So, although I will say, if you want a flattering workout set, I really, really love this so much. These are the Whitney leggings from Gymshark, matching sports bra, and like you can still wear things that are flattering on you and that make you feel good, right? That's not my point. My point is I'm just gonna try to be real and just do life and not worry about how I look too much on camera, because that's easy to do. And we know that social media is a highlight reel and social media is fake. But honestly, I don't know if this is like just really biased of me. I don't necessarily view YouTube as social media. Like in a way it is, but also in a way it's not. Like it's not the same as Instagram. It's not the same as TikTok. And that's why I love it so much. Don't forget to do things to romanticize the journey. I'm feeling pretty good about cardio day right now. But if I wasn't, I feel like making this little drink would help. I already showed you how I'm really into this flavor of liquid IV right now, but instead of just plain water, I'm gonna do a liquid IV, creatine. Having a drink that's not just plain water and it's a little more exciting, a little more flavor, just spices things up, and it's like almost like entertainment through my cardio session. If I fill this all the way, I think it's a little extra water for the ratio of liquid IV than they normally say, so I am gonna add these electrolytes in as well. The ones I tried yesterday. It is super nice that they are unflavored, because you could literally add them to anything. When you're eating less processed foods, which like, yes, I've had packaged tuna. I had croutons yesterday. I'm not saying I'm even eating perfect and only whole foods, but say you eat a lot of like super processed things and then you start eating more whole foods, your sodium intake will probably decrease. That is something to look out for. I like this water because it has a lock on it, so I can kind of like make sure it's mixed. It's yummy. I use this for only water, so I like to have a different one if I put stuff in it. When I'm doing a lot of walking, I always wear my Hokas. These are the Clifton 10s. I used to have the Clifton 9s, but I like wore them into the ground, so I bought a new pair and just got like the next updated version, and I like them. They've held up great, although I have gotten them pretty dirty. And I'll bring with me a sweat towel, my iPad for some entertainment. I don't want to just like scroll on TikTok. I actually want to watch something. My water, phone, keys, and headphones. I think it's so important to make fitness fun, and I want to work on handstands. I used to do gymnastics and cheerleading when I was younger, so this brings me back and it makes me excited. Movement should be and can be fun. If there was a sport or activity that you used to do when you were younger that you really, really loved and you're like retired from it or whatever, or it's been years and years and years, highly recommend getting back into it. Whether it's you practicing in your yard or like joining a league or a class, whatever, it is so good for you. If you've been here, you know I've done adult ballet classes. I can even tell you like how it reignites you. It's just the coolest feeling and experience. Now let's actually get to cardio day. Just decrease the incline, starting the more chill portion of the walk. I'm sweaty, a little out of breath, but that was actually easier for me today than I thought. Maybe it's just because I've been walking so much. I'm feeling good. Or maybe it's because I'm properly fueled and stuff. I don't know, like a lot of variables will go into it, but I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Another day, another meal prep. Gymshark recently launched a new collection and I've ordered some pieces that arrived today. I just did a little try on haul for TikTok, so your reminder to follow me over there. But I still want to show you, so this is their Adapt Fleck by Whitney Simmons. This is the first stuff I own in their like Adapt material and I really like it. I like it, I think, more than their basic Vital Seamless. I also really like the classic like Whitney leggings, like that type of fabric. They have a couple different lines, but oh my gosh, Gymshark is so addicting. Once you start, you can't stop. I have so much Gymshark because I've been shopping all these like sales and I love every piece though. I genuinely, every time I wear one of my like Gymshark outfits, I'm like, oh, I am that girl. Like I'm a gym girly and I just love it so much. But so they came out with these like halter tanks. It's nice because, I mean, I usually wear a t-shirt to the gym anyway. I mean, wear whatever you want, but I typically don't go in just a sports bra unless it's cardio, like I did today. I always do that for cardio, but when I'm lifting, because of the way I move, I almost prefer to be a little more covered up. So I wanted to try a tank. I didn't get any matching bottoms for this, which I kind of wish I did, but I was like, Morgan, you can just wear your plain black shorts with it. They should match, which they do, but I'm like, oh, I want the shorts now. But this tank is cute. And then I've been really actually wanting a brown set. So I'm really happy they launched these in brown. So I got a pair of leggings, super great fabric. They don't have a butt scrunch, which I do love a butt scrunch, but also I feel like you don't need to have a butt scrunch every hour of the day. Like sometimes it can be a bit much, right? But I really like these leggings. And then this sports bra is super cute. I was worried because it's a halter neck. I think I have a short torso. I think I figured that out because the straps, I always have to put on like the very tightest loop, like straps, the top straps. And it's never like this way, or it's never about the fabric. So it's never like I want to size down. It's just the top straps are always too loose. So I think I just have a shorter torso. I don't know. But anyways, this obviously isn't adjustable because it's just fabric. It's not like spaghetti straps. And it actually fits really well. I think it's cute because it's like a square on top. And then it has this little like silhouette here. I should have just showed you, but I honestly, since I was filming on my phone, I forgot. So that's why I'm telling you about it here, showing you the pieces and saying, hey, follow my TikTok. But oh boy, I love me some Gymshark. I don't have a discount code or anything. There are like a million influencers that do, so you can always search one up to get 10% off. I always use one. I'll either use Whitney 10, sometimes I'll use Will 10, who is a Canadian like fitness YouTuber who I like to watch. Maybe someday I'll have a discount code. That would be amazing, but not today. But go support somebody else. Share the love. Don't click off though. I just mean if you're gonna shop it, use their code to save some money. It's just after 3 o'clock and I feel like this is the point of day where I'd really want a snack or like, I don't know, like I just want something. And I'm trying to think of ways that I can avoid this. I mean, I'm not gonna go creep out into the pantry because I have goals and I am mentally tougher than that. But my options are, do I get something / do something that's like, you know, maybe I make I was gonna say liquid IV, but I've already had one today, so I don't really need anything. Maybe I just distract myself. Maybe I just, it's like, do I give into the urge in a sense that I make it better, like do a swap, or do I just resist overall and go that route? I feel like that's kind of the two different ways to go about it. Right now, I think I'm just gonna like try to chill. I have some stuff I wanna work on, so if I like shift gears and really dive in, I can probably just get over it. But I feel like when when you get like a craving or like an urge like this, those are kind of your two options. Like stick it out, or maybe you kind of like give yourself a swap. Regardless, I'm out of water, so maybe water's enough for me. And I usually eat dinner early, and I know I'm gonna get hungry, so it's like I only have to wait like an hour and a half. It's not a big deal, but that is how I'm feeling in the present moment. All right, it's a little bit later. And I think actually I'm hungry. I'm getting pretty hungry and dinner's still a little far away, so I'm gonna have a protein bar and get back into work. I am not tired of this dinner just yet, which is great news. In bed before 10, pretty good. Honestly, ideally it'd be earlier. So good night. Boop. See you tomorrow. My data is looking good, which is great. Although again, this is gonna fluctuate a lot day to day. It's more important to look at this type of stuff at a long-term scale, which is why I'm really excited to update you on my progress with my body pod. And it does take a really long time to build muscle. It's just so cool to be strong and like be able to do things and just have more energy and get more out of life, honestly. But initially, if my weight starts to trend downward, I like to look at this stuff because I hope that it's coming from fat, right? It's super cool because you can look at this entire body graphic and it'll tell you your muscle breakdown, and then you can also click to your fat, which I like to look at, but I'm a little self-conscious, so I don't really want to show you that. And I always say how I'm insecure with my arms, and it's funny because that like literally is the like fattest part of my body in a percentage based, so it kind of like validates my feelings. I just love this tool. It is called the Body Pod. It's by Hume Health, which is a sponsor of today's video, which is super exciting. A big thank you to Hume Health. I've worked with them in the past, and I've had this body analyzer for about a year, which is super cool. As I've mentioned before, I feel like I keep like restarting the same cycle over and over, and I can look back in my analytics and literally see that. And now to know if I'm actually moving the needle, well, I literally will have the numbers to prove it. Not only pictures and how I look and feel, but also I literally have the breakdown to understand how my progress is going, which is so cool. The Body Pod measures your full body composition, your lower half and your upper half. That's why you pull up the bar when you stand on it, so it can get really accurate reading. The best part about it is that it is 98% accurate compared to in-body machines that typically cost over like 20 grand. And maybe you get this data, you get these numbers, but you don't know what to do with it. It's super cool because it's all hooked up to the app, and the app has an AI feature that looks at your metrics, studies your behavior like sleep, because it does hook up to Apple Health, which is super cool. And then it provides you with personalized feedback, so you can take the feedback and then make changes moving forward and understand what areas you need to work on. I really wish I had this before I started weightlifting in the first place, because I've learned so much over the years, and I never really care about weight alone because it says nothing about your body composition. And I've definitely gained muscle within the past year, but like this series is all about actually pushing myself and making more progress than I ever have before. And so this is an extra thing that can also help keep me accountable. And I do have a discount code I can offer you that stacks on top of Hume Health's current sale. So you can save up to 50% off total, and that's valid for 7 days from this video upload. And if you're in the US, it is FSA and HSA eligible, covered by your health insurance. And it's kind of like proactive healthcare. Take your health seriously, take it into your own hands. Everything will be in the description box. Of course, please check out the Hume Health Body Pod. It is so cool. I'm doing legs today, and I'm literally still sore from Monday. It's Thursday. I don't know if it's because I didn't lift last week or like my body's just not recovering, but I'm gonna have to take it easy today. You know, like I'm not trying to hurt myself, and like I'm sober. This is crazy. And I didn't even go that hard Monday. I feel like recovery is just so important and too overlooked, because if you're not recovered, how are you supposed to give it your all? And then you're not gonna progress in the gym, and then it's a full cycle. And that's what I'm going through right now. But it's week 1, so I gotta learn and adjust and just recover better. Recovery is not as easy as it should be, or as it seems. I'm obviously editing this from the future, but I am here to tell you that I have since learned to recover my body properly, and then I actually can push it hard in the gym every time I do lift. So even though I was like struggling here because I clearly wasn't recovered, I'm telling you that it's possible, and that I learned, and then I changed it, and look forward to that in my future videos because I figured it out so early on. So I'm really happy about that. The first week of lifting was okay, but it gets better, okay? It gets better. You just wait, you just wait. It's honestly kind of satisfying making my way through these containers as I eat meal prep every day. It's a similar feeling to crossing something off a checklist in my brain. It's satisfying. I am reporting that after 2 days of tuna this week, I need a large break from it. I need a break from tuna, I need a break from pickles, I need a break. Refilling my water. Duncan has Run Buddy today. I've showed it on my channel before, but I'll insert a clip. It's super awesome for exercising in the heat, but also it's such a good like mental thing for him. They're all manual treadmills. So he's in full control. He loves it. Like when the van pulls up, he gets so excited. I also remembered I forgot to take my creatine and I didn't have any electrolytes today. So I'm gonna put out my little tub and my buoy. I've been doing so much like YouTube planning and so much just like journaling throughout the day, which I was thinking about it. I haven't really showed you much throughout this week of like my journaling, my writing, whatever, because I just either do it in the morning or at night, like writing things down or even on my computer, just like brainstorming and like brain dumping things. And it's so good for me mentally to just like organize my thoughts and stay on track. So I've been doing it. I need to show you more, I guess. I just don't really think to pull out the camera because it's like, you know, if it's nighttime, I'm like getting ready for bed. I like sit down at my desk for a few minutes before I hop into bed and I'm just like with myself, like very present, you know?
Look at you being so brave. Look at you being so brave.
One thing good about the summer, especially the summer in a hot state, is like free sauna. All the time. I was just out with Duncan. We did Run Buddy. We came back and just me standing outside, sweat dripping down my back, dripping down my back. I feel one roll. Second later, another one roll, just dripping, dripping. And you know what? Sweating's good for you. I sweat when I do cardio day, but also I just sweat outside. It sucks when you're going somewhere and you're like all dressed out for it, but if I'm just like at home, I mean, I guess look on the bright side. Your body should sweat. You should sweat. Sweating's good. But stay hydrated. I'm actually gonna change it up for dinner today, which is pretty exciting. My friend in my apartment building stopped by and she dropped off some Filipino food. She is Filipino and she made a bunch of it. It's essentially meat, vegetables, and noodles. And I'm like, you know what? That's perfect. So we're gonna heat it up and try it. She's a very big meat eater and a pretty healthy eater, and so I'm assuming this has great portion sizes in it. It looks very yummy. She said it's Filipino noodles, pork and shrimp, and then you can see there's veggies and other stuff. Even before this, I'm at 98 grams of protein for the day, which is amazing. I've been putting more milk in my coffee recently, and I use either Fairlife or Mootopia, which is 13 grams per cup, and that's been really helping me. That's pretty good. You know what? I can't even imagine how good it would taste if it was fresh. A solid dinner and definitely putting me at over 100 grams of protein. I've also moved my body well today. Just really good, it's hitting the spot. And just because they're noodles doesn't mean it's bad for you. I do feel like my week has been pretty light on the carbs because even though that's not bad for you, like I feel like people are so easy to villainize noodles, for example, because it's not like a complex carb. Like a fruit is a complex carb. Because fruit is carbs, but you get more out of fruit versus like white rice or noodles, for example. But I feel like it's a good goal to have a weekly balance. You know, say if like the beginning of your week is lighter on the carbs, it's okay to indulge a little more at the end of the week, things like that. But you have to be realistic, especially if you're really trying to accomplish goals. You have to be real with yourself. Like I don't think my body could have noodles every single night and still accomplish goals. Honestly, I just don't. Or sweets. So I'm making a cookie cake for my friend's birthday this weekend. So I'm gonna figure out how I wanna navigate all of that. So today's Thursday, right? Just making the cake. I do cut all the ends off because I'm gonna cut it into a shape and I am gonna allow myself to have a little piece because number one, if I tell myself I can't, I'm just gonna want it even more and drive myself crazy. Number two, I am so ahead in my cardio for the week. I have gotten so many freaking steps. I think right now I can afford it. And I actually think that's me being self-aware. But I think kind of my rule with like treats and stuff is like intentional, right? So like when I bring this over to her and we all have a piece for her birthday, like I'm gonna allow myself to have a piece. But a piece is a piece. I'm not gonna have half the cookie cake, right? I'm also not keeping this in my house, which is good because that would be even more like tempting and stuff, right? Whereas like yesterday, I didn't have a reason to have any sort of like sweet treat. And so tomorrow for her birthday, we're going to a comedy show. They do have a drink minimum. I haven't really thought through it. I do socially drink, but like honestly, not that often at all. I would say personally, I think I do have a decent relationship with alcohol. I don't know, I can go out and I'm not like binge drinking all night. I also don't drink every weekend. And if I do drink, it's definitely not more than one night. So like, I really don't drink that often because that does sneak up on you and you have to be specific with those things. We are also going out to dinner. However, we're going to a Greek restaurant where I looked at the menu ahead of time, which I don't normally do that. And all the options are actually really awesome. So we're not eating till late. So I'm gonna be eating like normally throughout the day, which all the meals I have prepped and ready are like really awesome meals in my opinion. and I think I'll be okay. If I want, I can always like share stuff, whatever, but I don't have rules. Like I can never go out, I can never eat this, I can never eat that. But because I want to push myself, I am getting a little more specific, a little more dialed in with these things. You know what I mean? You'll see everything, I'll take you through everything, but I'm gonna make good decisions, good choices, and I know what I want and I know what's good for me. So I need to execute it. I also really like the quote, I'm not gonna get it right, but it's something about like, if your goals or whatever take like a life, oh my gosh, what is the quote? Something about like, you can't have the body that you want if it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? If you're eating chicken, vegetables, and rice every day to like get your body that you're like trying to get in terms of just physique goals, well, you'd have to do that forever in order to maintain it, and that's just not realistic, you know? So I'm trying to be more dialed in, but still realistic at the same time, because I think you can have both, but you just have to be very careful about it. Let's try a piece. And good thing for me, I live with someone who also wants to eat a lot of this cookies, and so that he must do. This will be good temptation practice for me. And I'm someone who I'm like, I don't even want it in the house. I don't feel guilty about one piece, because one piece is not gonna ruin everything, especially when it's not like I'm having one piece every single day. One piece, and then I'll have one piece Saturday, 2 pieces out of 7 days. Rest of my diet, very strong. I feel like that's a pretty good ratio. If not, let me know and tell me Morgan, toughen up. I think I did a pretty good job. I think I'm happy with this. I had a glass of milk with my cookies, which means an extra 13 grams of protein, which is great. However, I can already feel it in my stomach. It's crazy how when you are eating fairly well, and then you eat these bad foods, it affects me right away. But I feel like when eating poor is my normal, it affects me less. I become less tolerable to that, but it's a good thing, right? It's like then your body doesn't want these bad foods. Question is, do I go to the gym with my heelless curls in, or do I take them out? It's funny because even before I just stepped in the body pot, I was gonna tell you how I can feel the cookies from yesterday. It's crazy. I could feel it when I woke up this morning. I feel a little extra bloated. I feel a little just a little uncomfortable, and I just feel like there's more, you know? And that's why I'm okay, one day's fine, but I would definitely not do this every day. And literally my weight is up. Again, I don't care about the weight. It fluctuates so much. It's not a big deal, but it's just proving my point. It's okay, we don't need to do that every night, which obviously, but I love a sweet treat. I really do. So I'm trying to break that habit, and it's only week 1. I'm a little nervous for next week. I'll have to fill you in on what's going on next week, but part of the journey. I started this way too heavy and immediately had to go down. I couldn't even finish my first set. It was so hard. I was sitting down and I'm oh, that's too much. Doing better now after I adjusted. I'm happy I did finally start pushing the weight heavier though, because a lot of the times your brain stops you earlier and you actually can lift more than you think you can. So finally, at the end of week 1, I did start trying to lift heavier and heavier. I think I'm really making an effort more in this area than I have been in the past while. So look out for that, because that part is actually so important for progress. That's pretty good. I am getting such a headache. I've been chugging my water all throughout this workout. I'm gonna do 2 miles of just faster cardio right now. Just because I have plans later. I want to move my body so I get extra in. Right now I'm still gonna move throughout the rest of the day, but I'm gonna burn a little bit more today so I can be a little more lenient tonight. You know, it's all about balance. I'm still gonna be mindful later, but I'm kind of getting ahead so that it evens out a little bit better. Being proactive. But yeah, I don't know why I have a headache. I'm so annoyed actually. I slept 7.5 hours. I felt like it was decent sleep. My brain says it was decent sleep. I'm oh, I feel the more physical stuff I do, the worse my headache gets. So I'm hoping okay, I'm done lifting. Just a good walk, hopefully it doesn't make it worse. It's just it's right here, you know, it's pounding. So maybe I'll take ibuprofen after this, but other than that, I'm feeling really good. It's Friday. Let's see how weekend 1 goes. The best breakfast My skin has actually been pretty bad lately. I don't know if it's because like last week I ate pretty poorly, so now it's kind of like finally all coming through to my skin, or I'm worried because I've been having more protein powder that maybe that's it. I have like some texture on my forehead, but also a lot of stuff going on my chin, which is where I normally break out if I do. And it's also not around my period at all. Like I definitely usually break out like closer to my period. But I'm like, oh, see that? That's so frustrating. And I've 100% been making it worse. I've definitely been picking. But it's so hard, like when I actually have things popping up, it's so hard not to pick. Ugh, I'm struggling with my skin right now. Important to note, honestly, because a lot of things affect your skin. Or can at least. I've been out running errands for the past little bit. I had some returns to do, and then I made that cookie cake, right? I forgot to buy frosting. And so it's funny, I did my return, and right next to my return, it was at Gap, there was a grocery store, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. And so I walk in the grocery store, and it's like a special health food store, but I'm like, they probably have like some variation of frosting. So I go look, and there's this tiny little end cap that has like cookie icing, but I'm like, well, I need real frosting. It had 2 tubs, only 2 tubs in the whole area, and they were both chocolate, and I wanted vanilla so that it was white so that I could add coloring to it that I already have at home. And I asked for help, and she said that like the little end cap is like the only frosting they had, which is fine, whatever. Like I didn't realize I was walking into a health food store. And she was like, oh, but if you go to the bakery, they'll sell you plain buttercream frosting. And I'm like, oh my gosh, perfect. Like that's just absolutely perfect. Might be a little more expensive, but that's fine. Like from the bakery, amazing. So I go to the bakery and ask if they sell it, and they say no. So I'm like, okay. So then I look on my map if there's an H-E-B nearby, because ideally I would have just gone to H-E-B anyway, which is like the local grocery store, and there's none. So I'm like, okay, do I just like go home and go to the one that's not far from home? So I start driving that way, and then I go near a Walgreens, and I'm like, wait, Walgreens probably has frosting. Like not a lot of options, which is fine, but the chances that they have like 1 tub of vanilla frosting is probably pretty likely. So I go in, I almost leave without seeing it, and then I found it, and I'm like, amazing. They had 3 frostings total, 2 different types of vanilla, but it's like nearly double the price as the one at the grocery store. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just get 1. I don't think I'm gonna fill the entire cookie cake anyway. Like I think 1 jar should be enough, and I don't want leftover frosting in my apartment. Okay, I just don't. I just don't. It's a mental thing. I just don't want it there. And so I bought 1 tub of frosting, so overpriced, but I'm now on my way home, and I'm excited. I'm gonna film a video, and I'm gonna decorate the cake. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna have a fun night, but that's what I've been up to. I know that was a long story. We're driving home and, you know, feeling great. I made a coffee on my way out. 13 grams of protein. Hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah. Life is good. Life is great. Last meal prep to lunch for the week. Crazy how the week has gone. Over 30 grams of protein here, which I really need this for today. I decorated the cookie cakes. They turned out fine. I had several tantrums. And now I'm ready. We're gonna leave to go out. Unfortunately, I can't bring my camera. We're going to, it's called Comedy Mothership, and they confiscate your phones, and I think my camera's too big to bring in. I'm wearing this cute like black jumpsuit and these little strappy heels. I love it.
Like hit the thing and stop going like this. This is crazy.
You know? Hello. I have not talked to you at all today. It was a fun night. My dinner was like perfect. Beef carpaccio. It was amazing and good for me and what I want right now. I had like 2 drinks, not bad. We did get home like fairly late though. I probably went to bed at like 2 or 2:30, got up at like 8. So obviously not an ideal night of sleep. Most nights this week I've been passing 7, which is good. I think one night I had 8. But I also think one night I had 6. So that could be better. Literally today I've just been like scrambling around trying to get myself together because tomorrow we are driving to Wisconsin. We're doing it all in a day. Honestly, I just prefer it that way. So second time eating Greek yogurt today. Not only is it like a healthy option, good choice, and a lot of protein, but I want to get rid of it. Get it out of my fridge. I think I'm at a pretty good spot with my packing. I'm not done, but I'm doing okay. We're gonna go to our friend soon and bring her the cake. We're gonna play a little bit of spike ball. I've actually never played it before, so I can't guarantee it'll be any good, which is fine, but we can't stay long because like we gotta get to bed early. We gotta finish doing what we're doing here, and yeah, some hard-boiled eggs. I was going to pack hard-boiled eggs, Greek yogurt, some blueberries, like all that stuff in a cooler, but I actually don't think we're gonna have room for it. I'm just gonna have to buy food on the road. We're bringing a lot of crap, okay? However, some of it is not coming back here, so that's why we like so much, because like some of it we're leaving there. It's Saturday night at 11. We went, saw our friends. I played spike ball for the first time ever. It was a very like nice, wholesome night at the park. We were like playing games, we were being active. It was really good. Honestly, it's been a pretty solid day. I need to get to bed though because the goal is to leave around 4 or 5 tomorrow morning. So obviously not gonna hit 7 hours of sleep tonight, but it happens. Also, honestly, don't know how much protein I had today, and that's just okay. I didn't eat like crap all day. You know, I had good food. I just didn't eat much. I think I actually had at least 75 grams. So I did fall short of my goal, but not terribly. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? And so we're driving from Austin, Texas to like the Milwaukee area in Wisconsin. We'll see if we make it in 18 with stops and stuff. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Obviously not a perfect day, not a perfect weekend, but that's okay. The rest of this week has been really awesome. I've been pretty good with everything. Nutrition, sleep, cardio, regular lifting, everything's been good. So, okay, good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I've already been up for about 40 minutes. I just took a bunch of stuff down to the car. All right, let's go drive a bunch of hours. I think it's actually like just under 17 technically. Then with everything, it's like 18 total. He's been freaking out, of course, but he is coming with. It's okay, you're coming with, I promise. I promise. We just did our first Bucky stop. I drove just over 3 hours and then it was time to like, you know, feed Duncan, let him out, whatever. And I want to give you a haul of what I got. Pretty excited about it. I got this electrolyte beverage. We have plenty of water in the car and I do have electrolyte packets, like little sticks and stuff. But sometimes you just want to buy a fresh drink. Not bad. It's not like super intensely flavored, but that's fine. Electrolytes, good, great, love it. I also got an Alani protein shake. I've never tried any Alani stuff actually at all. Like I know people love their pre-workout energy drinks, etc. But I got this and it is fruity cereal. I thought that would be fun to try because it's morning. I got real food too because I am hungry. I mean, not only have I been up for 4 hours at this point, more than 4 hours, but also when your sleep is all funky, like your hunger is all funky, and obviously my sleep is funky right now, but let's try it. I would not say that tastes like cereal at all. Fruity cereal? It looks like this is supposed to be like Fruit Loops. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Like, I'll drink it, but honestly would not buy again. I also got watermelon. And lastly, I'm so excited about this. Sausage, egg, and cheese taco. I was gonna get this like giant breakfast, excuse me. You're being very good. I love you. That's what I wanted. Yep. Otherwise, we're doing good. Just switched drivers, obviously. And that's my update. Duncan has been great. You good boy.
Maybe cheat at the game and steal other people's ideas, or
we're over halfway there. This drive is so long, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? So I had protein coffee this morning, which is exciting because I'm literally at like 65 grams today already, which is great. And I made a regular like double shot espresso latte, and I have like 10 more grams of protein in here, which is also amazing. I'm trying to hit that goal or come close to it, but it's still cold. I made it iced. It's still cold from this morning, which is also exciting, which also means it is good. You know, it's not like the milk like sat out all day and it's getting bad. But I'm gonna drink this. We'll definitely get food. We're stopping at another Buc-ee's. We'll stop at Buc-ee's like as often as we can, but this is the last one on our route. It's in Springfield, Missouri, and so we're gonna take advantage, take Duncan out, run him around, throw the ball, get him tired because he hasn't really done much, I mean obviously, and get some food and then crush the second half of our drive. Right now we have 7 hours and 51 minutes to go. I got a nap in not too long ago, so that's good for me, and then I'm gonna drive after we go to Buc-ee's.
2-1 PW. What do you think that means?
I don't know if you can see, but there's literally like a little paved loop that you can walk your dog. How nice is that? They really are thinking of everything. As people from non-Buc-ee's territory, we really, really appreciate Buc-ee's. Really do. Big Buc-ee's fans. Buc-ee's was an absolute madhouse. I got a Philly cheesesteak burrito. I had it from there once, and it is one of the best things ever. I'm gonna have this and my coffee and be on our way.
The Washington in-person interest in talk to.
Recapping week 1, here's a quick image of the start of this journey. 10,000 steps a day on average. I absolutely hit. Of course, the day I drove to Wisconsin, it was a bit under, but I had so many steps throughout the week. It was awesome. 4 strength training workouts, of course, hit that. 7+ hours of sleep. I put this in like the yellow category. I think it averaged just about 7, but it was not that great of a week of sleep for me. So I don't really want to call that a win or loss, but I need to work on it. Water. I'm always super good about my water. At least 2 water bottles is pretty easy for me. One thing for my brain, I either started or ended my day with journaling or on my computer, like sorting things out, brain dumping, which is amazing. My protein, I missed 1 day, and it's funny because it wasn't even the road trip day, it was the day before that, so maybe averaged 100 if you count how much I went over, but like I went 100 minimum every single day, so that one I thought deserved yellow, not fully red. Intentional eating, yeah, we had some slip ups there. I honestly don't even know what to say about it. Like, I am disappointed in myself, and you know what? I can't dwell on it, and that was what I said in the initial video. I don't want to dwell on mess ups, but I need to learn and get better, because the thing is, if I keep slipping up, I'm not gonna make progress. And this journey is about being more dialed in than ever to get real results. And so it's okay if I'm being a little more strict, and you know what? That's okay. I deserve a red X, did not accomplish this goal, and all I can do right now is move forward. I want to do a good, bad, and learning, so kind of like a rose, thorn, and bud situation. The good, I had a good start. It was, you know, a learning experience going into the first week. I really need to like place myself, figure it out, and set the tone, and I did some great things. I am kind of finding my footing back in the gym again and learning what it means to go harder, lift heavier, and do that side of things. My thorn was definitely my sweets mistakes. I caved in way too much. I really did, and I do think the beginning is always so hard, and once you kind of get past it, it gets easier, but boy did I mess up, and I just caved in. I wasn't strong. I was not strong at the end of the day. The beginning of the day, the middle of the day, I was okay. The end of the day, I crumbled, and I have to push through that. And my moving forward, and for week 2, I'm nervous about week 2 because it is traveling, and I think my goal is just to eat intentionally, and that is part of my rules, but I really want to emphasize that throughout week 2, because intentional means I'm going on vacation. So like, if there's a sweet treat I get every year that I want, I'm gonna have it. And for stuff like that, simply focusing on portion sizes can really help too, because there's purpose and there is intention behind it, and it's literally like an outing, a bonding time with my family. I'm going to honor that, but it's just not to take it to the next level, not to overdo it, not to go too hard. I don't need extra snacks. I don't need to get 12 things at the whatever bakery. I can get 1, 2 of my signature items. Like, it's really just to have intention, and it's to continue showing up. I never work out when I go up north, ever, ever, ever. So I also want to be smart about actually moving my body. I don't typically walk that much. I never do strength training, so I'm just trying to actually implement that. Another thing I did great, actually, that I want to add in is I tried new things. First full week of meal prep. I have some things to tweak moving forward, but I did that. I had new routines, started my Wednesday morning off differently. I'm trying new things, and I also want to keep that up. That's my little reflection. Thank you so much for the love and support and feedback so far. Week 1 is done. Let's see what week 2 has in store.